Did you know that there were both ICD-10-CM and ICD-10-PCS codes that were released for January 1st, 2021 use? Today, let's take a look at the 6 ICD-10-CM codes and stay until the end of the video and I'll share a little something that you will find useful. Trust me, you will be glad you stayed. I'm Clarice Warner, the girl with the pearls, the founder and education director of the Professional Reimbursement Network, LLC, where coding education is key. And on this channel, I will provide you with information, tips, and strategies on how to become a certified marketable medical coder. As a result of my straightforward strategies, tips, and optimistic approach to education and learning, I've helped hundreds of students become certified medical coders who have developed dynamic careers in the business of healthcare and are valuable resources in their own right. Subscribe to my channel to get the latest and greatest information and tips you need to become a certified marketable medical coder. And don't forget to hit that bell for notifications of my weekly videos. Over the past several months, we have talked about the final rules that have given us insight into our new code set, the 2021 code set, the one that we should be using? Yes. Well, due to some confusion from the guidance in the interim codes and the official guidelines, some new codes have been released. Yes, in January. They are effective January 1st, 2021. And let's take a look at them. So the 6 new diagnosis codes are the following. So to make sure there isn't any underreporting of pneumonia due to COVID-19, J12.82, pneumonia due to coronavirus disease 2019 was created. M35.81, multi-system inflammatory syndrome. The guidance states for individuals with multi-system inflammatory syndrome, or MIS, and COVID-19, you would assign code U07.1, COVID-19, as the principal or first listed diagnoses, and assign code M35.81, multi-system inflammatory syndrome, as an additional diagnosis. If MIS develops as a result of a previous COVID-19 infection, assign codes M35.81, multi-system inflammatory syndrome, and B94.8, sequela of other specified infectious and parasitic diseases. If an individual with a history of COVID-19 develops MIS and the provider does not indicate that MIS is due to the previous COVID-19 infection, then you would assign codes M3581, multi-system inflammatory system, and Z86.16, personal history of COVID-19. If an individual with a known or suspected exposure to COVID-19 and no current COVID-19 infection or history of COVID-19 develops MIS, assign codes M35.81, multi-system inflammatory syndrome, and Z20.822, contact with and suspected exposure to COVID-19. Additional codes should also be assigned for any associated complications of MIS. And while we're in the M section, there's another new code, M35.89, other specified systemic involvement of connective tissue. Z11.52, encounter for screening for COVID-19. So during the COVID-19 pandemic, a screening code is generally not appropriate. Do not assign code Z11.52, encounter for screening for COVID-19. For encounters for COVID-19 testing, including preoperative testing, code as exposure to COVID-19. Coding guidance will be updated as new information concerning any changes in the pandemic status becomes available. You also have code Z20.822, contact with and suspected exposure to COVID-19. For asymptomatic individuals with actual or suspected exposure to COVID 19, assign code Z20.822, contact with and suspected exposure to COVID 19. For symptomatic individuals with actual or suspected exposure to COVID 19 and the infection has been ruled out or test results are inconclusive or unknown, assign code Z20.822, again, contact with and suspected exposure to COVID 19. And lastly, we have Z86.16, personal history of COVID 19. For patients with a history of COVID 19, assign code Z86.16, personal history of COVID 19. And for the record, per the official fiscal year 2021 guidelines, manifestations, a COVID 19 diagnosis must be confirmed or so stated per the physician, which is different than the interim guidance released when U07.1 COVID 19 was first introduced in the April 2020 release of COVID codes. So make a note of that as well. So you have learned there are 6 new ICD-10-CM codes. You have also learned the new codes are effective January 1st, 2021. And lastly, you have learned how to apply these new codes. Question of the day: was this information helpful for you, and did you learn something that you can apply? Let me know your responses in the comments below. I'm Clarice Warner, the girl with the pearls, the founder and education director of the Professional Reimbursement Network, LLC, where coding education is key, providing you with information, tips, and strategies on how to become a certified marketable medical coder. And if you are interested in more information on these tips and others on how to become a certified marketable medical coder, check out these videos and check this out. Are you interested in medical coding, but not sure where to start and scared of wasting time and resources? Let me help you with the right steps to become a certified marketable medical coder. Learn more at bit.ly/5stepscoder. If you liked the video, don't forget to let me know by hitting the thumbs up, hitting the subscribe button, and the notification bell so you are informed every week when I upload new content. I love hearing from you, so let me know you were here by asking a question or providing a comment. You can also give me a little love by sharing this video on your social media platforms. Let's stay connected and connect others. Now, for the item that I promised, if there are new codes, then you know there is new guidance. So in the description box, I am linking the updated official ICD-10-CM coding guidelines. And yes, you are welcome. Remember, be safe, be kind, and don't wish for it, work for it. Until next time, take care, and thanks so much for watching.